Suburban Sentinel here on a balmy January afternoon. We're in kind of a heat spell. It got up to 11 degrees. Everybody's complaining about the cold, but not me. At least cold air does not need to be shoveled. This video is about prepping and economics. Now, anyone who's ever studied economics in school will tell you that the subject is very boring, and they would be right. However, some of the fundamental principles of economics can be useful for preppers. And specifically today, I'm talking about the concept of opportunity cost. The term opportunity cost describes the relationship between scarcity and choice. And when we're talking about scarcity, we're talking about things that are limited. Specifically, time, money, physical resources such as lumber, oil, etc., and energy. And we're talking about human energy rather than petroleum type or electrical energy. The concept of opportunity cost can be very helpful in the decision-making processes for our emergency preparedness. What should we do? What should we buy? What skills should we work on? The concept of opportunity cost can be loosely defined by a simple question. What am I giving up for making a certain choice or pursuing a certain cause of action? For example, let's assume that this month you have $100 to spend on emergency preparedness. Let's also assume that on your list of things to buy for emergency preparedness is a high-quality flashlight and a portable propane heater. And let's suppose that they both cost exactly $100. So if you only have $100 to spend and you buy the high-quality flashlight, the opportunity cost of buying the flashlight is not getting the heater, and vice versa. The flashlight versus propane heater choice is an example of monetary opportunity cost. Same type of scenario applies with respect to time. Let's assume that you have a free Saturday, and on that Saturday you have the opportunity of taking, let's say, an American Red Cross first aid class, or scouring your local stores for good deals on tools and equipment. Well, not doing one is the opportunity cost of doing the other. Finally, don't forget the opportunity cost related to human energy. And this is a big mistake I made when I was younger. I thought that by virtue of having unlimited energy, which was a false assumption, I could do it all. I burned the candle at both ends and in the middle. And what I ended up with was four ends. You push yourself too hard and you burn out. I foolishly assumed that I could always do more. And there was an opportunity cost, and that opportunity cost was good health. So don't make the same mistake I did. Take care of yourself, otherwise everything falls apart, like it or not. So how do we use the concept of opportunity cost? Well, it's fairly straightforward. Anytime you have a decision to make regarding allocation of resources, whether it's monetary, time, or energy, think about what you're giving up in order to make that choice. It helps you set priorities. When looking at opportunity costs, try to view the situation from 50,000 feet. And what I mean by that is don't look at one thing like time, money, or energy. Look at all three. For example, I wanted to get all the road salt and crap off my car. I had two choices. Well, actually three choices. I could just leave it there, which would be a bad thing to do. I could bring the car to the car wash, or I could do it myself. Even in this sub-freezing weather, I do have the capability of washing the car at home. So let's take a look at the costs. Monetary costs. Car wash, after you include the fee for the car wash, taxes, the gas to get there, tips, and all that other stuff, is probably about $25. If I wash the car at home, and I'm kind of guessing, it would probably cost me $3 or $4 in materials and energy. So from a monetary standpoint, $25 versus, let's call it $4, clearly, monetarily, it would be much better for me to wash the car at home. Yet here I am driving back from the car wash. From a time perspective, it will probably be an hour and a half start to finish, no matter what choice I make. There's time involved in driving to and from the car wash, of course, but then again, there's time involved in setting up and breaking down the whole car wash setup at home. However, the time factor is probably not really a wash, because the 45 minutes I would have spent actually washing the car, I was inside the car wash catching up on some business paperwork. Finally, let's look at it from an energy perspective. If I had spent 45 minutes getting nice and wet in sub-freezing temperatures, when I finished, I'd be ready for a hot cup of coffee and then a nap. Now, driving back from the car wash, I'm ready to go back to work. So looking at time, money, and energy, at least for me, the right call was to go to the car wash. And that's how we gauge the opportunity cost in a prepping or even in a non-prepping perspective. This kid across the street here, all these yo-yos are standing around like a bunch of dopes. So that's my little economics lesson. Thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. Questions and enlightening comments are always welcome. Prep and stay safe and warm, everybody.